Hear me? Hey everyone, it's your girl Kimberly. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel and for joining the live. I hope everybody's having a great week and a great week. So the beginning, it's Monday. You know, new things, fresh start. Totally unrelated. Loving this little makeup look I have going on. I've been trying to dig back and try products. Well, not try, but use things that are like in my stash just chilling. So one of the things that I pulled up that I haven't used in a long time is Glossier's Solar Paint in the shade Volt. So I'm using that as like a contour, and then I have my Pat McGrath highlighter stick. But wanted to jump in and talk to you guys. I was out of town over the weekend, so wasn't really paying attention to the news and things. But as I caught up on Instagram today, I saw that the Sephora CEO is stepping down. So this is an article from happy.com, spelled HAPPI.com. So I don't know if you guys see that. Sephora CEO to leave at the end of June. So they said Martin Brock, his last name is BROK, is out after divergence of views. So the SEO, not the SEO, Lord, it's been a long day at work. The Sephora president and CEO Martin Brock is leaving the company at the end of the month, according to an internal memo. Ooh, internal memo, not an announcement. That's going to be interesting. Brock's departure is due to a divergence of views. He spent less than 2 years with Sephora. He joined the company in September 2020. Ooh, so that was post-pandemic, so you knew what you were getting into. After serving as the president of Starbucks EMEA region. Prior to that, he was at Nike for 8 years, where he oversaw the company's direct-to-consumer business and was vice president of global product and merchandising, operations, and analytics. His replacement is Chris Dillipont, the chairman and chief executive officer of the selective retailing division of LVMH, Moet Hennessy, Louis Vuitton. He's no stranger to Sephora, having led the retailer for a decade. The LVMH chairman and CEO, Bernard Arnault, these are French last names, so I'm butchering them and I'm sorry, has credited Dilliput with turning Sephora into a global leader in prestige beauty retailing, recognized around the world as one of the most innovative brands and products and services both in store and online. So very, very interesting. So what's another point that in terms of him stepping down that's interesting is I didn't even see the news article first. The first thing I saw was people saying, yes, it's good he's stepping down. Maybe you guys should actually hire a CEO that is from the beauty industry. And my first thought was Sephora has a CEO that's not from the beauty industry? Like, why would you do that? And then I went and found the article. I was like, that can't be true. That can't be possible. Sephora is a huge brand. They would not hire a CEO that doesn't have experience working in beauty. Like, that just sounds crazy. Did my little research, Googling, and found out that it was true. And for those of you who are old enough to remember, there was a time when the CEO of JCPenney was an ex-Apple executive, and he did all these shakeups at JCPenney, and JCPenney lost so much money and lost so many customers, and it was basically like a whole scandal of like, just because this guy's coming from Apple, who was on a crazy growth trajectory at the time and was doing amazing, doesn't mean that these things that people do in the Apple world can actually translate to other businesses and make them successful. And I feel like this is a same script, different cast situation, especially coming from the two brands, Nike and Starbucks. They have like a cult following. There's definitely people who feel like no matter what happens, I could only wear Nike sneakers. I could only wear Nike clothes when it comes to sports apparel. And when it comes to high-end like coffee boutiques and stuff like that, there are people who are just 100% team Starbucks. No matter what happens, where they go, they're finding all the local Starbucks. That's the only place they go. They have a custom little order, California style, extra hot, upside down, and they're about that Starbucks life. Maybe I'm not 100% there yet, but I do love me some Starbucks. So what I am going to say is that Sephora does not have that kind of following. And anybody who is in the beauty industry would know that. Makeup shoppers go where the deals are. So one week Ulta's the it girl, the next week Sephora's the it girl. If the brand has its own sale and it's better than what Sephora or Ulta is offering as a discount, then people will go to the brand website. People are more about trying to get the best price for the product that's been established as like the next thing than who they're buying it from. And since we're at a point where a lot of makeup brands are now overlapping at Sephora and at Ulta, there's even less I need to go to Sephora Drive, because you can literally go to either one. And depending on where you live, if one is more convenient to get to than the other, then you might automatically be going to Ulta first because it's closer. Now that Ulta's in Target, like every time you go pick up groceries or clothes or detergent for the house, now you're going to be going technically, a little stroll by Ulta with your cart. You might not want to admit it, but like we all do it. And that's even more revenue positioning customers for Ulta. So the fact that y'all didn't hire a CEO who was from the space who could understand that. And I do understand that there's certain things, especially since I work in marketing, there are a lot of things that are just fundamentals. And it's like, yes, a marketing email is a marketing email, but also I wouldn't necessarily be like, oh, I'm ready to write marketing emails for nuclear astrophysicists. Like, I would know that I want to bring in an expert in that field, because that's not my strong suit. And I don't understand why Sephora is doing that. What's even crazier is that the CEO of LVMH, Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, is saying that the guy who was the replacement CEO has built up Sephora for 10 years and did an amazing job and making it the leading retailer. Why did y'all make him the CEO in the first place? Like, I don't understand why companies, you have so much talent that, yes, every time it's not going to be internal hire. And every time it might not make sense to be an internal hire. But if you're speaking so highly of this gentleman that he is the reason why Sephora is a top retailer for prestige cosmetics, like, how is it that y'all just skipped over him to go to the coffee guy? That math is not mathing. Very interesting that it was an internal memo. I don't know. I'm wondering if they're going to say something, make an announcement, hop on it. Technically, the 4th was what? Friday. So today would have been the day they said something. I do know when it was like, Sephora's not doing enough for Black women and Black owned brands, they immediately jumped on it and like moved to fix it quickly. So, I mean, a large amount of their customers don't care who the CEO is, but I can imagine that they're going to do some kind of post or share information to kind of explain what the situation is, and at least announcing him leaving. I don't think they're going to announce that he's fired. I don't think so, and I don't think that's the case. It makes it seem like he's leaving at the end of the month. It makes it seem like it was some kind of agreement that he won't be here any longer. But so very, very interesting. In terms of why I think he stepped down, they said due to divergent views. And back to my original thoughts about how I found out about this. Basically, the person was posting saying that, instead of trying to chase trends and do everything that's new, like you should hire industry leaders so that way you can be establishing the trends and be that thought leader in the prestige beauty retail space, instead of chasing what influencers and what popular brands are doing and then being behind the 8 ball, like kind of getting the driver's seat instead of the passenger seat. And I really agree with those sentiments. I saw a couple of people basically saying that. I additionally also feel like Sephora has so much information. Like, granted, we want to responsibly use people's data, but what makeup people are buying, when they're buying it, how they're buying it, how often. Like, you guys have all these insights from your shoppers and the beauty community. Like, how can that not? Why is that not being like leveraged to offer customized personal experiences? Allegedly, now they're gonna have this thing where, is that them or Ulta? I'm not sure who it is, so I'm not gonna say it. But I just feel like, what are we doing? Where are we going? This doesn't make any sense. What do I think they need to change? I think there's a lot of things they need to change. Honestly, I feel like Ulta is on their heels. Ulta is offering cash discounts. And you kind of can't compete with that. We are tired of the free samples. I understand that brands feel like direct to customer is a good marketing scheme for them to give out these samples, but it is not good for Sephora. I am tired of first of all, you give me a free sample of shampoo this big. What am I supposed to do with it? I can't, that's not even enough to wash my hair twice, which means I can't really try the product. So what is even the point of this little sample? So the samples are not it. So something I would change is that I would say, instead of saying try these little individual samples with points, just give them away. Let people pay to be like, we are going to be the national sample sponsor for like the first 2 weeks of September, and everybody who makes a purchase just walks out with a deluxe sample. Like, make it work. Have them eat some of the cost or something to that effect, but this whole select the sample and what can you get, half of the skin product foundation concealer ones, you don't even offer deep dark skin tones. Like, the samples are a waste of time. It's like a whole metric. It's too much to figure out. You're trying to go through and see what's what for what points, and then it's like, no. What else Sephora needs to change? Beauty Insider VIB sale, twice annual, semi-annual sales event. The discount for VIB Rouge should be 30%. The discount for VIB should be 20%. And then the discount for Beauty Insiders should be 10%. I think that would have you getting a lot more revenue, because really, I mean, I'm sure some Beauty Insiders shop during the sale, but I feel like VIB and Rouge are really who's driving the sales during the sale. And by giving them a bigger percentage off means that people save more money, which means they're going to buy more. And I think y'all should try it. And maybe if you don't even do it for both sales, like have the Christmas sale. That way you could, like, Black Friday, move into the black kind of situation. Have the Christmas sale be the 30, 20, 10. And then the spring sale could be 25, 15. No, I don't like that. 25. Oh, no. Okay, so it's going to have to be 20, 15, 10 again. But I don't know. One of the sales, it should be both of the sales should be 30%, 20%, 10%. But at least one, at least the Christmas one. Because that's the time of the year where most people who shop for makeup should be getting themselves a little something while they're shopping for other people. So if they have 30% off for the VIB Rouge, 20% for, I don't know why my lipstick's giving me like Drunk Lady Red, but whatever. So increase the sales. Another thing, get rid of these points increases. How does it go? Mother's Day, 4 times the points on fragrances. Those extra points don't help anybody, because now if you're Rouge, you're trying to use the points to try to calculate the discount you could get. It does not. It's too much work. Just make it 15% off. Make it 15% off fragrances. Like, the fragrances go on sale during semi-annual, so I don't understand why you can't do it for Mother's Day. Another thing is I feel like something should go on sale for June dads and grads. My preference would be for it to be skincare. So it would be so basically the schedule. Ooh, the schedule would be April is beginning of the year, January, nothing happens. April, Beauty Insider Sale, semi-annual event. May, 15% off fragrances. June, dads and grads, 15% off skincare. November, holiday semi-annual event. I think that would be a really good schedule for the discounts. Think about it. I literally just I planned the whole thing out for y'all. Just copy that. I want credit and I want you guys to make me special, but I just think that's a good idea and you guys should copy it. Next thing, what else are we saying? I think that Sephora needs to do the cashback discounts also, like Ulta. Like maybe make it a steeper entry point. So it'd be like you have to spend you spend $100, you get $20 off. You spend $100, you get $15 off. It maybe not that close to $1 to dollar amount, but everybody needs to be able to get some kind of cash off based on purchases they make. And I think that that's the issue. That's why Ulta's beating Sephora, because what I find is that people who are rouge and who are bought in, and like I get brands that are only at Sephora, or I spend so much money at Sephora that I just keep getting everything from Sephora. But I feel like a lot of people who are like in those in between, they feel like I'm never gonna get to VIB, so I might as well go to Sephora because when I buy something, I get money off my next purchase potentially. I was platinum at Ulta. I don't know if I'm still platinum, but I was definitely, there was like Pattern Beauty things where it was like in both places. I was like, let me go to Ulta. Now that Fenty's at Ulta, it might be the same thing because it's like I could get the automatic cash off on my purchase, especially if it's that same purchase. That's worth way more than trying to do the points and trying to get the discounts. Also, Sephora staff doesn't even tell you about the points. Like the time since the points have been inactive, I only had one cashier tell me, oh, you're VIB Rouge and you have enough points to use 500 points to get $10 or $20 off, whatever the price structure is. And I'm just like, why is nobody else talking about this? In terms of the services, they're comparable. The people who do makeup and stuff at Sephora are equal to the people who do makeup at Ulta. There was a time when Sephora was pushing brow services and all this different stuff, and every time I go to Ulta, I only see them doing people's makeup, and I don't even see a sign or advertisement or anything for the brow services. So I'm not sure what that's missing. I don't get that. And what else? I feel like offering people the opportunity to use points, maybe less with the samples and more with services, might be another good opportunity. So like if you can use 500 points to get your brows done or something like that. I think that would be way more useful to people instead of 500 points for $10 off. Like, because like I said, Sephora hasn't been pushing the brow service at all. My personal preference would be that they do something to change the email marketing situation. I do a lot of research from my blogs and like getting prices and product descriptions and stuff from the Sephora website. And I'll get the same generic SPF. Here's all the face SPFs. Get SPF this season. As like my sister, like some other people who are into makeup but spend less time on the app and have less activity and metrics and tracking. And I'm just like, the way my email should be able to be like custom tailored, like you looked at this product, here's what other people often bought. Here's what you could do to make a full look. Here's a video from a Sephora squad member about how they incorporated this highlighter that you looked at into a new summer look. Like, where's all that content? Like, they're constantly just going live on Instagram. And I'm just like, how are you saying that this is translating to making the brand better, people being more invested in the brand? It's usually the same handful of people. They are more diverse when it comes to the pre-recorded content, but in terms of people you can actually interact with and watch it live, it's usually the same people, same story, same thing, just insert new product here, and it's getting real boring. I think they need to zhuzh up the brand and liven it up, make it younger, but still not abandon their older customers. Something that I'm thinking of that does a really good job of that is Old Navy. They always are going to have the granny and the mom and possibly a grandpa in the commercial, but then it's going to be in a Gen Z style or with a Gen Z artist or something like that. And it's just like we're trying to bring everybody in, but it's still the same great brand that the other people know. And younger people look at the cool things we could do sometimes. Check us out. I think Sephora needs to work on that, especially if they're not going to fix the discounts to make it better than Ulta. They at least need to match Ulta. Previously, Ulta, I feel like, was really heavy in the suburbs, and now they're starting to transition to the cities. So clearly their marketing plan and growth, expansion, business sales is going according to plan. So Sephora, I don't know what you're doing, especially since home guy worked there the whole time, and I feel like I could have just been made him CEO and just skipped the whole step. But I don't know. I'm sure there's some background information and stuff that there's a reason why they didn't make him the CEO. But I will say that in the last 2 years during the pandemic, I clearly Ulta is caught up to Sephora. Like before, it used to be like, oh, Ulta's the afterthought. If I want drugstore and prestige, that's the only reason I'm going there. But now, the last where I usually go shopping for makeup in New York City, the Ulta and the Sephora are both on the same street, 34th Street. They're both there, and they're cat a corner from each other across an avenue, basically. And last 2 times I went makeup shopping, I definitely went to Ulta first. And then I went to Sephora. And that's because I was like, yo, I'm buying all this hair stuff, re-upping my little pattern collection. I want cash off my purchase. And Sephora just doesn't have that. So we'll see what happens. I really, really love Sephora though. I feel like if I rewind a little to my personal makeup story, starting to love makeup back in 2008, 2009. The main places where I could go for my shades were Sephora and MAC. They did the makeup counter people, because at the time I was a young college student budgeting, just like, how much is that lipstick? Like, what's the price? Like, the counter people were just like, girl, you're broke, get out of here. The MAC people were just like, you're just wearing lipstick and mascara. It's not enough. When you have a full face beat, come back and we'll help you. And the Sephora people, their makeup looks crazy and horrible, but they were so nice that it just made up for the fact that they look wild. And I was just like, Sephora's my new place and I'm going to be shopping here. And then Sephora started giving out coupons. And at the time, MAC wasn't giving out coupons, and Ulta, like they still are, was giving out that $355 off. And I was just like, 20% compared to $3 off? Forget Ulta, let me go over to Sephora. And then that's how I really got into Sephora. And then over the years, spending money, I became Rouge, and I really like their brand and stuff. They've definitely stepped up the makeup and their artistry. The employees are more free to be in their lane. I feel like early Sephora, there was this big push, like, you need to wear visible makeup so that way people can see that you have makeup. And now there's so many more Sephora employees that I feel like that their skin is just great, and they're just like, I'm all about skincare. And other ones who are like, I'm all about makeup. And other ones who are like, I'm all about hair. And like, here's my outrageous hair. And I like that they're kind of giving their employees their freedom to be in their own lane, because then it makes it more authentic and it makes you want to shop there. Ulta employees, I don't know. They're nice, but they just don't be having any recommendations. There's far too many products where it's just like, if I ask you about something Kiehl's, you should be able to tell me about all the Kiehl's things as I pick up different stuff in our conversation. Same thing with if I go over to Bare Minerals and I'm trying to compare Bare Minerals to cosmetics, you should be able to be like, well, this is made of minerals and that's powder. base liquid, and this is a CC cream that's made for extra coverage and skincare benefits, and like they just don't. It's like y'all gotta get with it, but they are cool, so then that kind of makes up for it too, but not enough, not enough. Especially when you're gonna interrupt shopping to be like, "Can I help you?" And be like, "Actually, you can. Let me ask you this question." I don't have no answer. Like, girl. But I love them both. Definitely gonna pick one over the other 100%. I don't think, not yet, but we'll see what happens. I just hope they don't mess up Sephora, because although these big titles like CEO and these people who are high up, it seems really abstract, like they have no effect over the brands and everything. When someone comes in, they could really change everything for the worse or change everything for the better. So I'm kind of like on the edge of my seat. We're going to see if they even announce it, because now they're saying the end of the month. All of this is allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. I actually have got to go back, and I'm going to change this title, start with allegedly, because this was an internal memo, so we don't know how real this is. And I don't see any other, there's not that many major news outlets picking it up. And another whole thing, when you Google like Sephora, all these claims of like employee mistreatment and stuff are coming up, and I'm like, who's in charge of the search results? Y'all need to get that pushed down, and also treat the employees better, so that won't be a thing. But yeah, I'm not sure. We're gonna see what happens to Sephora. What is the biggest thing that if Sephora changes it, you would be like, I'm never shopping at Sephora ever again? What is that for you? For me, it's the options. If I ever go to any makeup store and I see that the collections and the products and the options are dwindling down, then I don't think I would be happy shopping in there anymore. Like, the reason why I feel like I'll speak for myself. Myself was not really attracted to the counter life, is because this whole thing of I'm gonna go to every little counter to see what they have and then get one thing from every other counter. Like, I don't want to do that. So Sephora's going to go down to like 4 brands or 5 brands or something ridiculous like that. I would be very upset personally. I don't see that happening because they have such long-standing great relationships with so many companies. But if the CEO decided to do that, I'll be upset. That's definitely take me back to when that was one of the things that CEO for JCPenney did. He started cutting lines and getting rid of clothes and getting rid of products, and being like, oh no, we only going to have these little products over here and get rid of everything over there. And then people were really upset. And I just don't want that to happen. Especially Sephora collection. We have to keep Sephora collection, protect her at all costs. A lot of people, that is their like entry to makeup. They could try new things. And especially for someone like me who has sensitive skin, it's like if there's a new trend, I'll buy the Sephora collection one and try it, because I know that if it does cause me to break out or I just have an allergic reaction to it, I can clean it, sanitize it, give it to someone else. I could throw it in the garbage and not feel bad about putting my health first because it was something more expensive. So I really, really love Sephora collection for that, and I hope they don't get rid of it. But we're gonna see what happens, y'all. They said at the end of the month he's gonna step down, so I'm definitely gonna be watching Sephora's account to see if they respond, react, do anything, insert information here. And depending on what they do, I may have a follow-up for you guys. We're gonna see what they say. I'm a little nervous though. I hope they change Sephora for the better and not get rid of what we like. All right. So thank you so much for coming to the channel and watching me rant about Sephora CEO stepping down at the end of the month, allegedly. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you love hearing anything beauty, tech, travel, skincare, hair, makeup, all the fun things. We talk about it here on my channel, and subscribing is free. So that way, every time you log into YouTube, one of my great, amazing videos will be sitting here waiting for you to watch. So in order to make that happen, you got to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you like this video, like the video. And for more things on makeup, hair, and skincare, all the above, head over to KimberlyHamble.com. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.